Hi, and welcome. I'm Victoria Johnson at Victoria's Body Shop. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm so happy you joined me. You know, I just got back from the gym. I'm always coming back from the gym. That's why I do my time with you right now, because I'm already energetic, I'm fired up, and I'm ready to go. So today, we're going to talk about tightening skin on our hips, abs, and buns. Yeah, because if you want to go out and wear a swimsuit, or you want to wear a tight skirt, or you want to wear some shorts, or you want to, right now, jean shorts are really popular. So if you want to look good, you want to represent, you want your skin tight, and you want your muscles firm, and you want to feel confident, right? You want to feel good. Well, one of the things that I want you to know about me is right now you look at me and you go, oh, she looks good. She looks like she works out, right? Well, how about if you knew that I used to be 60 plus pounds heavier, and I was wearing these jeans. These jeans are 16 petite. Okay, that is how much weight I lost. And when I was starting to lose weight, I wanted to lose the weight, but I didn't want to get stretch marks, and I wanted to get rid of wrinkles in case they came while I was losing weight. Because while I was at that size, I didn't have wrinkles because everything was plump and filled in. Well, I was 60 pounds of fat heavier. And now I'm a professional trainer. I've had contracts with Nike, LA Gear, Adidas. I've done professional modeling. I've had 24 DVDs that sold across the world, 10 million copies sold. I've been all over the world and back, and I'm here to work with you today to help you reach your goal. And if your goal is to lose fat, be firm, be fit, get healthy, this is a place to be. But first, I want to show you what fat looks like. I was 60 extra pounds of fat. More on this little frame right here had 60 extra pounds. And I did not have a flat stomach, and I did not have tight legs or buns. So I want to teach you how to do that today, but do it so that it looks good and you feel confident. This is fat. This is what fat looks like. This is what takes up space in our body. If you have extra fat, you have this sticking out over the top of the muscle, in between the muscle and the skin. That's what creates the lumps and the bumps and the roundness. It's the extra fat. Well, I want to help you get rid of the extra fat, but I also want to help you tighten the skin. Because if you get rid of the fat and you don't tighten the skin, you're going to have loose, flabby skin. And then you're going to be still unhappy because everything's going to be sagging. So, and even if you don't need to lose fat, but you want to tighten the skin, just stay with me for a while, because I really want to help you understand that it's a complete process and it really works. To think that I have so many clients right now that have lost some up to 100 pounds and they still feel good about their body. That's what I want for you. I want you to tighten your skin, feel good, but be healthy and have energy. Because it doesn't matter if you want to just diet fast or you want to just throw stuff on your skin and hope it's going to get firm. It's not going to happen. You have to do a complete process. And that's what I want to share with you today. The tips on the complete process. So when you look at fat and it sits under the skin and it takes up the space, and then you start to lose the fat, you have extra skin, right? Well, your body has millions of skin cells, and you have sweat glands, and you have connective tissue. And the connective tissue is what we're looking at now, the elastin and the collagen in your skin. So in your abs, the skin on your abs is actually somewhat different than the skin on your legs and the skin on your glutes. The skin on your body is tougher, harder, more coarse, more porous than the skin on your face. So we have to do different things for our body than we do for our face. Our face is usually about trying to get rid of wrinkles. Our body is about trying to get the skin firm, tight, increasing the collagen, increasing the elastin. Elastin is what makes skin and muscle connect. So between the two, there's that connection process. And if you have excess skin, or you have creepy skin, or you have sagging skin, it's because you've lost some of the elastin. So I've got products for you to help you put the elastin back. But I also have exercises that I created that will help you to firm the muscle underneath. Because if you have extra skin around your glutes, let's say you lose 10 pounds and you've got that little right between the area underneath your butt, or it's called a ham glute tie-in, or your hamstrings, the lower part of your legs, and your butt connect. There's that little spot there. If it's done, not filled in with what? Muscle, then the skin will sag. But once we figure out which exercises to do, we want to tighten that skin. So the first thing we want to do is we want to exfoliate that topical layer of dead skin. When we're talking about firming the skin, we have to exfoliate that top layer. And what you'll see down in the carousel of my products, you'll see an advanced exfoliation. That's for your complete body. You just put a little bit on, like I used a konjac sponge. And a konjac sponge is, it's one of the Japanese plants. You can get them anywhere, but I also sell them. But you take this sponge and then you soak it for 15 minutes in warm water. Then you squeeze it out. And then I put some of our glycolic acid cleanser on the sponge. And then I rub. And what happens is the top layer of dead skin falls off. It's awesome. You rinse it off in the shower and your body's a little bit warm. And once your body's warm and you've rinsed everything off, but you haven't quite toweled off completely dry, then you want to pre-treat the skin with what I call HydroPlump. And HydroPlump, let me tell you about HydroPlump. I want to get my notes here because I don't want to miss anything. HydroPlump is a product we created that's a pre-treatment product that is for your actual skin, right? And I'm saying it that way because I want the skin that's been cleaned and exfoliated, I want that skin to be pre-treated. And when you pre-treat that skin, what happens is you open the pores so that even more of the elements that you want to tighten into the skin, you want to put into the skin to tighten, they're able to absorb deep into the layers of the skin. But if you just don't exfoliate and you do not cleanse and you do not keep the skin moist and you try to use HydroPlump, which has hyaluronic acid, that's the number one element, and hyaluronic acid is a plumping agent. We have hyaluronic acid in our bodies. We have it all over, right? And what happens is as we begin to age or we have poor health, we lose it. And so the extra skin starts to show up because we don't have the plump water. We don't have the hydration, which is what HydroPlump gives you maximum hydration, puts water into the cell. The actual process is so cool. It can take up, hyaluronic acid can use 1,000 times its weight in water. So when you put it on, it absorbs water in your body. And that's why we want our skin a little bit damp. So it takes the water that's on your skin and it plumps up the skin cell. So the skin cell becomes plump, full, hydrated. Now with that level, it's not as creepy looking. It's not as wrinkled. It's not as saggy. It's just beginning to become plump. And so we do that at least 3 times a week. We use HydroPlump and we exfoliate. So you want to put that on the muscle and on top of the muscle, which is on top of the skin, so we can get it hydrated. Now, HydroPlump has arginine, which is a protein that helps the muscle regenerate. It also has aloe vera. It has retinol, and retinoids are great for your skin, for regenerating, for restoring, repairing. And what I like about retinol is it helps your skin repair faster, so you can get a result quicker. So you're able to lose fat even faster, and then you're also able to tighten the skin quicker. And you get a better cell turnover with retinol and retinoids. So that's also in there. And then there's lavender oil. Lavender oil is great because it helps your body it helps the skin to hydrate, and it gives the skin moistness, and it's also relaxes your nervous system. And when you're stressed, we actually can produce cortisol, and cortisol is one of those hormones that turns to fat if we don't utilize it all in our body. So cortisol is what the women's hormone, we like to say, that when you're stressed and you have anxiety, you'll actually gain more fat than normal. Because maybe you've done it. I know I did it when I was overweight. I would actually gain weight, and I wasn't even eating that much food, but it was my hormone level. Yeah, our hormones that made us made us store more fat than normal. So lavender helps to reduce anxiety, right? Reduce stress, and that way your body's able to have more of a normal, stable hormone level, and you won't gain fat as fast or as easy. Oh no, that's really great, right? So we pre-treat with the hydroplump, and then after you exercise, or before you exercise, or during exercise. See how I did that to you? My point here is I really want you to think about exercising, because exercise increases circulation, it stimulates cell turnover, and it also stimulates metabolic rate, which means you're able to metabolize all the elements you're putting on your skin, and you can use it better. You can use it more efficiently. You can use it more clearly. And your body's able to take it in, turn it into something good, and then have it come forward. And what that means is once that skin cell turnover starts to happen, you will actually see firmer skin coming forward after 30 to 60 days. And that's what you want. You want to tighten that skin. You want to firm that muscle. You want to condition the entire metabolic system to where your body is completely regenerating, restoring, and repairing on a constant basis. See, this isn't just about rubbing something on and hoping it works. This is about a whole system that helps you regenerate. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind is because skin cells, your body is over 70% water, and skin cells are mostly water, and muscle cells are mostly water. So we want to hydrate. I drink between 8 to 12 glasses of water a day. Now sometimes 4 to 6 quarts, depending on if it's hot, if it's humid, because I live in a very beautiful paradise, and sometimes the humidity is very high. And even though I'm not sweating, I'm using water, and my skin is using water, and I'm getting dehydrated. And if my skin's dehydrated and your skin's dehydrated, then you're going to have wrinkles and creepy skin. That's just the way it's going to be if you do not replace the water that your skin cells lose. Now, once you've pre-treated, first let's review. Thank you. Let's review. We use our exfoliation, then we pre-treat with hydroplump, getting our hyaluronic acid, retinol, arginine, lavender. So we hydrate. And now we go to what I have my favorite product of all time. We do Tighten Up. Now, Tighten Up is what I created for making sure that you have everything you need to tighten your skin in one jar, right? There's so many different things that so many different ingredients and elements that your skin can use to regenerate, restore, especially if you have creepy skin or if you have lots of deep wrinkles, because that's what we're treating here. We're treating deep wrinkles and saggy skin. So we have to have enough fatty acids. We have to have hyaluronic acid. We want to have some oils. So we've got a fruit extract oil, this is great. Look at that. Watermelon extract. Watermelon extract is like a miracle element. It regenerates the cells, it restores, it builds the cell firmer. So when you lose that top layer of skin, there's another layer and another layer coming forward. If you do not erase, exfoliate, remove that top layer of skin, you're actually blocking all the nutrients from getting in. It's like if you put a plant in a seed and you put a seed in dirt, and you water it, but the top of the dirt is hard and solid, it's going to take longer for the plant that once the seed sprouts to come forward. Well, the same thing with your skin. So we want to make sure the top of the skin, our actual dermis layer, our top layer is exfoliated, cleansed, and softened so that when we put on our Tighten Up, it's going to work. It's going to work faster. You're going to see greater results faster, and it's going to last longer. Because here's the thing. A year from now will be a year from now. Imagine if a year from now you can take sagging skin and tighten it, make the muscles conditioned and firm, and then regenerate the cells so that a year from now, you look 10 years younger. Your skin's 10 times tighter. Your skin has what we call snapback. See, I pull my skin away from the muscle, snaps back. It has good elasticity. Elasticity is what makes the skin firm against the muscle. But I'm telling you, if you just have skin that sags without doing conditioning for the muscle underneath, it will not firm up, it will not tighten. You'll have softer, creepy, softer, saggy skin. So that's why I wanted to talk to you today about your abs, your glutes, and your butt. Now, what I did is I created a complete guide on how do I get abs, right? It's free. It's in the carousel. Go get it, go read it, go study it. I studied with a professional dance kinesiologist to give me the exercises, because when it comes to your abs, right, you have extra skin. Say this is extra skin. I can put all this different treatments on the skin, but if I don't contract and use the muscles underneath, the skin will not elastically condition and snap back against the muscle. So I put the exercises for you, so you would have the exercises. So it's all free, and that's the thing, is you can go download it, read it, study it, and it's about shaping the body. You can actually shape the body. Yes, exercises really come through a complete evolution, where a lot of masculine dominated exercises have jumped into our realm, and that's okay. But I like to think about the women's body more sculpted, more firm, more fat, more flatter abs, tighter skin, more of an hourglass. And that's what I teach you in the How Do I Get Abs book. So I teach you how to get an hourglass figure, how to shape, tone, condition, and then how many exercises, which exercises. It's a complete program. I put it together for you. It's what I do for my clients. When we're training together and someone is getting ready for a wedding or a special event, or they just want to look great for the beach, we do a set amount of exercises for a certain number of times, for a certain number of times per week. And you don't have to do the whole thing, but even if you just take one exercise and you start to drink more water and you start to look at what you're eating and what you're thinking and what you're doing and reducing stress and using the things that make you feel good and being around people that make you feel good, you'll see a change in your body. It's really important that we're looking at a whole program, not just one piece. I know you can get skin cream anywhere, but what I want you to get a product, Tighten Up, that has the elements that you need to, number one, firm the skin, tighten the skin, reduce sagging, increase hydration, increase cellular turnover, improve the skin cells' elasticity, and you also want to improve collagen. Collagen is what gives your skin that firmness as well. If you're not improving collagen synthesis, you're not going to get the sagging reduced. And if you want to reduce sagging, you must have collagen. And you must drink water, and you must have something like hyaluronic acid. And there's 2 different hyaluronic acids in the Tighten Up. So you don't even have to pre-treat unless you want extra firmness. Yes, I always want extra firmness in my muscles and in my skin. And when I was starting to lose weight, I was also starting to get stretch marks. And that's one thing that Tighten Up really addresses too. If you've got skin marks and places where the skin's uneven and you have uneven skin tone, or maybe there's sun damage, or maybe there's something that doesn't quite feel right about your skin. Maybe it's bumpy, maybe it's not smooth any longer, it's a little rough. Well, once you've exfoliated and you've cleansed, then you want to do Tighten Up. And let me show you what it looks like. The number one ingredient in Tighten Up that we use to really superly address hydration is shea butter, organic shea butter. And that's the thing too. My company, I am the founder of Skin Tight Naturals. And Skin Tight Naturals, that's how I produce all of my products. We're a natural company. We use natural ingredients. We source from great suppliers, and we have great science backing. We also have great research for everything that we use, everything that we put in our products. And we're cruelty free. We're made in the USA. So everything is also a small batch. So as we manufacture, there's this cover. It's vacuum packed. It's vacuum sealed, right? So we make sure that our products are fresh. We only make them as we sell them. When we run out, we make a fresh batch. We don't make a batch and just sit them on the shelf for 3 years so they can get rancid or they can have bacteria start to form. Nope, it's coming to you after we make it, we package it, we sell it. It's fresh. And we love natural ingredients. I grew up from an environment where everything was natural. We had fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. We raised our own cattle, so everything was always fresh. We had no hormones, no biotics, antibiotics, and things like that were used in any of our products and any of the food that we grew up with. So that's how I grew up. So that's all I know. Okay. So once I decided that I was going to jump into this industry, I wanted to offer you what I needed: the best, the freshest, the best natural ingredients and products that work. There's nothing worse than spending a lot of money on something and then you don't get the result you're looking for. Well, I would sit, when I did a shoot for Nike would bring in the best makeup artists, but they also made sure we had skincare people, because a lot of the camera makeup that we would use would clog our pores and we would break out and get acne, we'd break out and get pimples, we'd get blotches on our skin. And sometimes we were out in the sun for hours, so we also ended up with sun damage. So we would get skincare people that would help us to make sure our skin was good and taken care of after the shoot and before the next shoot. Well, I'm telling this was great. I got to meet some of the most incredible, number one, dermatologists. Number two, I got to meet some of the most best, I call them skin specialists, because they would bring different cleansers to the set, different moisturizers, different toners, right? So I got to experiment with every possible kind of brand, and I really got to understand. And I would not talk to the models because we had hours in between breaks, and sometimes we do fitness shows and we're all sweaty and we're walking around in our makeup and we're sweaty and our skin would just be horrible by the end of the day. So we needed the best products, the most highest quality. And what we found, it wasn't the most expensive. I found it was always like the most natural, that didn't have a bunch of fillers and petroleums and things in them to clog our skin, but more natural, working with Mother Nature's elements. Who can do better than Mother Nature, right? So we work with Mother Nature elements to cleanse, to make sure that we were hydrated, but not to the point where we were oily. Because if we're oily, our makeup wouldn't stay on. There was so much I learned over this entire time of being on stage, being in front of the camera, shooting videos, shooting film, being on TV. It was a wild experience. But it gave me so much valuable knowledge that I'm sharing with you now and that we use when we put our products together. So Tighten Up, the organic shea butter. I want to do it again. If you watch, I just put it on and it is just expanding. It goes all the way around and it's almost like it has its own life. It's expanding itself as I put it on my body. Now, after you read my book and you decide you want to put some Tighten Up on your abs and tighten the skin, you can, once you hydrate and once you take you use your cleanser, then you can take the Tighten Up. And I take just a little, right? And I put it all over, and then I'm going to lift up my shirt and I'm going to put it on my abs. And I put it on my abs, and then I let it sit. And I wait for about 5 minutes. And then I do it again. I put it on my abs, wait 5 minutes, and then I put my clothes on. I don't put my clothes on right away. You want to let it soak in. There's over 20 ingredients working together synergistically to work on the skin cells, to hydrate the skin cells, to tighten the skin cells, to firm the cell, regenerate, repair, to make it softer, to reduce the wrinkle depth. Because that's what really getting rid of saggy skin is. It's reducing the wrinkle depth so that the muscles and the cells can all work together, right? So once I do that, then I put my clothes on. And I can either go to the gym or I can do whatever I'm going to do. And if you go to a yoga class or you do something that is active, like riding your bike or walking to the store or just even walking around the block or doing stairs, put on your tighten up first so that all those good elements, all those natural elements can soak into the cells. That would be really great, right? So now here's if you have cellulite and you have cellulite and you have extra fat, right? Here's the fat. If you have extra fat on your hips, abs, and buns, then you want to use the Slim and Tone. Slim and Tone is a anti-inflammatory detox breakthrough product. Yes, we have one of the first and only detox for skin. We know there's detox teas. We know there's detox things you can drink. There's kombucha, right? There's lots of good stuff you can drink, you can eat, vegetables and things that when you're ready to detox your body. But also, you want to detox your skin. Yeah, and so we put the elements. We have caffeine. There's green tea. There's antioxidants. There's vitamin E. There's L-carnitine. L-carnitine is a protein amino acid that is bodybuilders use for burning fat. And I say bodybuilders because they really were the first ones and runners to bring L-carnitine to the marketplace where it was a daily used element. And you usually take capsules, but what we found was when you put carnitine on your skin, it penetrates the skin. It's able to help your fatty acids be released from the cell. So this is fat. So this fat has lipids, acids in it that are toxic. And in order to get rid of them, we have to do something. We have to move, we have to exercise, we have to drink water, and we also want to put L-carnitine on our muscles or on the skin, and then that goes into the body to detox the body. It's amazing. And now also the best thing I like about this particular product that I use, when I'm going to go to the gym and work out, or I'm going to go to yoga class, because we got people in hot yoga that loves this product. They put it on, they go to hot yoga, and they sweat and detox the entire time. It is fantastic. And what happens is you end up losing lipids, which that means the fat cells end up releasing fat. So you're not running a marathon to help fatty acids release. You're actually putting on L-carnitine on the skin, on your body, to help the fat cells release the acids. Now, if you have places where you don't want to lose the fat, don't put it on there. But I don't need it on my arms, but I do put it on my stomach. When I've gained 5 pounds during the holidays, I take Slim and Tone, I rub it on my body, I rub it on my glutes, I rub it on my legs, and then I go for a run, a walk, a sleep, a nap, a vacuum. I just put it on. That's what you want to do. And you put it on, okay, let me show it to you. Again, vacuum sealed. It's a very strong herbal product. And when you put it on, it starts to activate instantly. Now, this is not one of those, I'm going to put this on and lose 50 pounds. That's not what this is. This is, I'm ready to detox my skin, detox my cells, so that when I am putting on good product, my cells have been detoxed so they can absorb the rich product that I want to use later. And I'm also using it to release the fatty acids that can clog your pores, clog your heart arteries. Fat is not healthy. Extra fat is not healthy for your body. So this particular product helps you release fatty acids from the fat cells so that when you're working out, you can burn those acids and you start to lose body fat. And not only that, we also wanted to make sure that it had collagen in it so that when you start losing fat, the collagen in the product helps to firm up the skin. And it helps to, and here's another thing. You can put this, if you have a double chin, you can use this particular product on your double chin. And when you use it, you just rub it on, a little bit, you just rub it on, and I rub it on twice a day. And your neck here, your skin starts to get firmer, and the fatty acids start to disappear, because you want to do both. You want to lose fat and firm the muscle and firm the skin. It's really important, because you can't, it's not just a one-step process. And I know that I see lots of ads, just a one-step process. You want to do a complete process so that you can be healthy, lose the fat, release the fatty acids, firm the skin, and then regenerate and repair the skin coming forward. I mean, this is revolutionary. This is all in one product. Another thing that's really good, if you're getting ready for a special event, let's say you got a wedding, let's say you have a party, you have somewhere you want to go, and you really have you have inches, like you feel like you have water retention, you're bloated. Well, you take a shower, and then you take Slim and Tone, and you rub it on whatever area you want to lose inches in, right? Say you want to lose inches in your midsection. You rub it all over your midsection, and then you do a body wrap with saran wrap. You just wrap it around, all the way around, underneath your clothes, on top of the skin. Put on Slim and Tone, use your cellophane, wrap it around, your saran wrap. Then you just make sure it's tight, and then just put on a shirt or whatever you want to do. Sometimes I even put it on. This is when I'm really having a photo session and I need to be in shape now, and I didn't diet for it or something, I will put on my Slim and Tone. This is great. And then I put on a cincher. And I also have cinchers. I put on a waist trainer, and I just wear it around. Sometimes I'll work out, sometimes I won't, but it's just the product is being absorbed through the skin into the fat cells to shrink the fat cells, and the collagen is working on the skin to firm the skin. And then once I take off my weight trainer, or once I take off the cellophane, I take a shower, and then I use Tighten Up to keep all that I've just done, to keep it maintained and to have it go even deeper into the cells. It's regenerating, it's restoring, it's repairing, it's firming up that area. So now I'm firming up my waistline. I can do it on my legs, and I'll firm up my legs. I can put it on my glutes and my butt. I can firm up my butt. I can put it around my kneecaps. And maybe sometimes you have little extra skin around your knees and you want to tighten it up. Well, same thing. You exfoliate with the advanced exfoliation, and then you rinse everything off. You leave a little bit of water on, and then you pre-treat your knee area or your thigh area with your HydroPlump, your hyaluronic acid, to make sure that we get all that plumpness, because we want to plump up, right? You want to plump up the deep wrinkles, because that's what you're doing. There's deep wrinkles that you want to plump. So then you plump those up, and then you end up with what? You finish it off with Tighten Up. Your 20 ingredients of all the goodness of tightening and firming and regenerating cells, so that 3-4 weeks from now, the muscle is looking good, the skin is firming up, the sagging is going away, and you'll start to notice, especially if you exercise, you'll start to notice it even faster. So it works around the knees. You can use it around your ankles. You can use it around your calves. You can use it on your arms. But today we're talking about abs, legs, and butt. And if you want exercises to tighten up your butt and your legs, another book I did is How Do I Get Skinny Thighs, right? And it's not skinny, like thin skinny. Skinny is, to me, the new skinny is like shape, because the average person now is 162 pounds. So skinny is 150 pounds. So that's why I did it that way. But it is, and sexy legs, shape, sculpt, roundness. We're looking for muscle, right? We're looking to be healthy. So that's what this whole guide's about. This guide is, again, in the carousel, and it's free. So just download it and get the exercises out of there, right? It's on Kindle. You can download it on Kindle, and you can just get the exercises out of there. And it's really good, because it gives you all the different moves for like a squat for your butt, leg lifts for your legs. Because when you're trying to tone up the skin and you're trying to get rid of the deep wrinkles and tone up the sagginess, you're going to have to do something. So if you've got a saggy butt or saggy legs, you got to do some squats and then use your tighten up. You have to do some lunges, then use your tighten up. And if you have extra bumpy, lumpy cellulite, then you use Slim and Tone. Put it on, work out, do your lunges, do your squats, do your wall sits, do your donkey kicks, do your leg lifts using your power band, whatever you want to do. Use all that, but use Slim and Tone first. That way you're releasing fatty acids, your muscles are using the fat that it's releasing, your heart is getting stronger and healthier, the muscles are starting to take a shape, they take up the space of that extra skin, and then you take a shower, and then you finish it off with tighten up. Then you put on your tighten up, and then you just let it sit before you put clothes on. Wait about 5 minutes or so if you can, and then put your clothes on and go on about your day or night. That's the perfect formula for tightening up your abs and lower body. Now, you want to make sure, especially with legs, that you do legs every other day, because what happens is the muscles hypertrophy, which means they get a little bit swollen from the exercise, and so it'll look like they got bigger. They didn't get bigger, they just got pumped, like pumped. So they got pumped from the exercise, and once they're pumped from the exercise, again, they're still using fuel. Exercising makes the muscles work, and then the muscles are working, your metabolism increases, and then you start drinking water and hydrating, and now not only are the muscles working, the metabolism's higher, but your skin is reacting to the metabolic rate. We have to have circulation. If you want to tighten up the skin on your legs and your butt, you want to move them to increase circulation. You also want to make sure you massage those areas. If you've got places where the skin is really saggy and it's not tight, you want to massage that area. And so let's say that my legs, this is my leg, this is not my arm, and I want to make that leg muscle work, and so I do some squats, I get the circulation, and then when I put my cream on, I massage it in to encourage the muscle cells and to encourage the skin cells to hydrate, to become full of nutrients. You want that nutrition, because that's what this is. This is 20 natural elements. This is a complete garden of goodness that you're going to use to restore the beautiful skin you used to have, right? And the premature aging is not fun. And premature aging can start at 26. Your skin can start becoming loose, wrinkly, and you have to do something to either stop it, reverse it, or make it better. And that's what we want to do. And that's what the elements of the products are created for. They're created to help you tighten the skin, firm the skin, regenerate the skin so that everything gets tighter later. And that's really important. But here's what's good. You'll have complete change in the muscle cells within 30 to 60 days. And it takes that. Any scientist in the skin industry knows you're not going to see permanent change in 24 hours. It's going to take a little bit of time. So in order to help you with that, what I did is I created a nice little process, right? That I went on a journey. I went looking for what is the best instant tightening natural element I can find that I can add to tighten up, that I can put in tighten up, so that while you're waiting for that muscle to firm in 30 days, you will see instant tightness right away. And that's a proprietary element that I've found. I don't want to give it all away, because what happens in our industry is you start using something, and next thing you know, everybody's using it. Well, I went on a journey. I had my skin scientist. She had to look everywhere, and she found something natural in Africa. That was a plant that they found that when you instantly apply it, bam, your skin tightens. Now, I mean, listen to this. A panel of women, 35 to 52, applied this element to their skin, and after 5 minutes, 81% said they saw a marked difference. 81%. So what this particular element does, you will see an instant reduction in skin sagging, in creepy skin texture on your abs, legs, and butt, a reduction in wrinkle depth. You'll see a reduction in stretch mark lines. You will see an improvement in your skin tone. The first time you use it, even with regular use, it gets better. Our mature models of every age love it, right? And I say our mature models because I do work with professional clients. I'm a professional trainer, and I have entertainers and models and athletes and moms and dads who use my products as a part of my training process. And they all love it, because especially when you go to the gym or you go to a class and you look in the mirror and you're thinking, ooh, I wish I looked better. Well, what if you could look better instantly while your body is regenerating itself permanently? I thought that was brilliant. So we got together and we found something, right? It restores rough, crinkly, dry skin. All right, and within 30 to 60 days, combined with the Tighten Up, you'll see amazing results. Yeah, and so there's so many fruit acids that we use, because fruit acids are great for your skin. When I was in Asia, that's like, you couldn't go anywhere that there wasn't just, it's almost like for everything from papaya enzyme to everything was used on skin. And that's what my inspiration was for creating Skin Tight Naturals, is we wanted to get tight skin, but we wanted to do it naturally, right? That was really important to me. So that's what we did, is we got everything we needed and we put it all together in one complete packet, and then here it is. It's just great. Now, one thing I wanted to show you about orange peel, because that's what we find about cellulite, is that people write, oh, it's the orange peel look. Well, cellulite is hard on your legs and glute. It's hard to get rid of if you don't do a good program, and if you don't get rid of the fatty acids. It's almost impossible. You can tighten skin, but you can't necessarily get rid of the bumpiness. That's like the orange peel bumpiness. Well, because the fat in cellulite is different. It's bumpy. There's these mesh nets that the fat runs through, and it creates an uneven texture and uneven lines. And so on your legs, glutes, and abs, that's where most people find that they have cellulite. And so in those areas, you want to do some sort of a massage brush, rough massage. I do my konjac sponge and I just rub and rub and rub, because you want to break up the fat. But here's what's interesting. You can break up the tissue a little bit, but we use Slim and Tone to make the fat cell release the fatty acid, so that once you release the fatty acid, the fat starts to shrink. So now the fat is shrinking. We stimulated circulation. We go for a walk, or we put on our Slim and Tone, and the ingredients, the L-carnitine, the caffeine, the green tea, the vitamin E, the collagen, it all starts working while you're walking, while you're moving. Everything is being pushed into your body. It's being increased into the circulatory system so that it can be flushed out. So then when you're done with your Slim and Tone, this is really important. You want to drink water. You want to flush it out, because you've just detoxed your skin. You've just detoxed the fat cells. You've just detoxed your metabolic system. Sometimes you'll find yourself just living in a bathroom because you're like, oh, I've got all this extra sodium and this extra water and these extra toxins that was in my cells. It's coming out. And today, we have to detox our skin. We're in an environment where there's bacteria. We don't, now we have to be careful when we go outside, when we visit people, when we're in the grocery store. We need to understand that we're picking up all kinds of things on our skin now that we didn't have before. So we don't want to just detox with tea, which is important. and that's why I have skinny tea. We want to detox the skin. You want to protect yourself because there's over 1,000 bacterium that lives on our skin. Not all of them are perfect. Not all of them are good. So you want to get the bacteria off your skin. Maybe you would go to the bathroom somewhere. We're in and out of places, and it's just not good right now. So in order to help protect ourselves even more, we want to detox our skin. And that's what this formula was designed for detoxing the skin. Yes, we detox also, but we touch things, we rub against people, we brush things, we borrow things, we get in and out of Ubers. There's things we do now that we didn't do before. We want to get the toxins off our skin. This is a new generation, brand new breakthrough formula, and I want you to make sure you take care of yourself. You're doing everything, you're trying to play safe and be good. Then let's just be preventative as well. Let's take care of that skin. Let's detox that skin. That's really what Slim and Tone is for. There's a great benefit to reducing fat, to losing cellulite, to dropping inches, to tightening and firming, especially those of you that I see some people just jumped in. One thing that I want to, again, go over is the saran wrap. Let's say you want to get ready for a special event and you want to lose some inches real fast. Then you take the Slim and Tone after you shower, you put it on whatever area you want to shrink. Maybe you want to shrink your butt. Maybe you want to shrink your waist. Maybe you want to lose a little bit of water around your waist, around your legs, around your knees. And then once you get them completely saturated with Slim and Tone, you take your saran wrap, boom, and you wrap it around your waist, you wrap it around your legs, wrap it around your knees, your ankles, wherever you have extra water, and wherever you have that extra inches you want to try to lose before you put on that great outfit, then you do Slim and Tone. You have the saran wrap on 30 minutes to an hour, and I like to put something warm on underneath just to help encourage the circulation and encourage my body's metabolic rate to go higher and to my body temperature to go higher. So I'll put on a sweatshirt and sometimes I'll go to the gym. It just depends on how much time I have and what my day is like. But you do want to get that skin detoxed. And this is the greatest way if you have to lose inches fast, okay, to use the saran wrap. I know it's cheating, but it's there, it's available. You can use it. We use it for before photo shoots. We use it before bodybuilding shows. We use it before bikini competition shows. And don't think you have to be a bikini competitor or a bodybuilder to use this product. This is for you. Sitting at home going, okay, I got something coming up. I can't lose weight that fast, but I'd love to have my dress fit just a little bit more. I like to have my jeans tight a little bit more. Maybe I want to have my legs not so tight in those pants. Because we have many men that use the product as well. So if you've got a spouse, a husband, a son, a brother, or somebody who's been struggling with extra body fat, tell them, hey, Slim and Tone is a great way to put it on, start losing fatty acids, start shrinking the fat cells, start eliminating the fat from your body from a topical level, and then you're able to see more results faster. That's what you want. There's nothing worse than dieting and you just don't see the results. You're like, I've been starving and I don't see anything happening. Well, how about we encourage it? How about we put on some Slim and Tone, take those fatty acids off the body, detox it? Because many times, especially skin, you'll see pox starting to happen, uneven skin tone. You'll break out. You'll get blackheads, whiteheads. We got to detox that skin so that skin can be beautiful and toned and firm and healthy. But mostly healthy, because you don't want to have something that breaks out later because you didn't detox it. It's easy now. We've created it for you. And the same thing with Tighten Up. You got an event coming up. You know you're gonna go on vacation in 3 months. Start now. Get your products together. Get your fitness program together. Go get my free books. Get our skinny thigh book and our ab book. Right? Get these. This is great. Just go get them. Download them. Just put them on your Kindle. And just read them. It's great. And there's exercises in there. They're simple. They're easy. There's a variety. But just know this. It's about taking action. It's doing something positive for yourself. It's doing something today. And just know that our products are good for you. They are GMO free. And I work with small businesses. Because right now, with the economy the way that it is, we have to support each other. We have to be there for each other. And so I'm a small batch manufacturer, and that's what we do. Everything is natural as much as we can, and we do it from the heart. We love it. We love taking care of everything and everyone. All right, so the people just stopped in. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. So let's go over what we've covered so far. So far, you want abs, legs, and glutes, right? So if your lower body has extra saggy skin, then you want to, number one, you want to make sure you exfoliate the skin itself. We have to start eliminating all the extra dead skin. If you've got dead skin, you got to get it off, because it's going to block the fresh, new, beautiful, supple, firm skin trying to come forward, right? So we want to make sure we exfoliate. So we have our advanced cleanser with glycolic acid. We're exfoliating. And once you exfoliate, that's rubbing it all in, getting it all out. I use my konjac sponge. I exfoliate all my skin on my body, especially my lower body, because the skin in my lower body and the back of my arms are some of the toughest skin on my body, next to my feet, because it almost gets calloused. It almost as if the saggy skin gets calloused or something, and then because it just is not healthy skin. So we want to get rid of that first. So we exfoliate first. And after we exfoliate, then we hydrate, but we leave a little bit of water on. We dry off a little bit, and then we go to our Hydro Plump. Hydro Plump is our hyaluronic acid. Yep, so it's a combination of hyaluronic acid, which plumps the skin, so it fills up that extra space where the skin is sagging, because we've lost volume. So we use our hyaluronic acid to put the volume back into the skin. So I take the hyaluronic acid, I put it in my hands, I rub it on my abs, my butt, my legs. I let it dry, and then I follow it up. Depends if I'm going to work out or not. If I'm going to work out, I use lemon tone. If I'm going to just walk around and do things to try to detox my skin. And if not, then I go to Tighten Up. Then I take the Tighten Up, which is the base of organic shea butter and 20 other fruit acids and elements to help your skin, including B3 niacin and so niaminocide. So I put that on. I put it on my abs, glutes, legs, arms, wherever I want to firm and tighten. And in there is that proprietary element I was telling you about that gives you an instant tightening effect. Now, here's the secret. If you put it on, wait 5 minutes, everything starts to shrink. The skin starts to shrink. You will see it start to firm and tighten, and you'll notice it. And then if you aren't happy, take a little bit more Tighten Up, put it on that area that you're not happy with, and then wait 5 more minutes. And what you'll find is the longer it's on, the firmer your muscles will look and the firmer the skin will appear, all right? And that's working while all the other ingredients are being soaked into your skin. And then those ingredients start to regenerate and rejuvenate the skin. And within 30 to 60 days, you should see the skin starting to look different. Providing you're drinking water, because again, we need at least 8 glasses a day to hydrate. You put hyaluronic acid on your skin, which absorbs 1,000 times its weight in water. And if you're not hydrating yourself and drinking water, where is all the extra water going to come from for the hyaluronic acid? You'll find the cells start to plump up, right? So then you also want to make sure that you're not doing things that are drying your skin out, right? You want to do things that hydrate your skin. If you're in a humid place, it's great. If you're in dry heat, don't hang out in the sun, because that dry heat will crackle your skin. It'll start to destroy the cells. You can get sun damage. And if you're recovering from sun damage and your skin is trying to heal and restore and regenerate itself, then you want to make sure that you're hydrating, putting on all of the elements, the Tighten Up, the Hydro Plump, right? And if you're just working under your eyes, then you want to use a little bit of the vitamin C serum that we have also in the carousel below. So you want to do the things that make the difference for the skin cells. I want to really get that across to you because we're a fit skin company, and it's not about age, it's about condition of skin. If you look at athletes, they have a longer lifetime with better skin unless they're super skinny. And what happens when they're super skinny? When they're super skinny, say lack of face volume, they don't have the volume in underneath the muscles, underneath the skin. And so that's what happens. Now, if you want to use Tighten Up, those of you that just jumped in and wanted to hear about abs and butt and glutes, same principle applies. So if I'm going to put Tighten Up on an area that has a low volume, like right here in my elbows, I used to have extra skin that folded over. And so I used Tighten Up in my elbow skin. It was you could almost pull it off because I lost so much weight getting ready for shoots. And so when you gain and lose, you end up with all this extra skin. And that's what was happening to me is I had extra skin here. So I just started to fill the area with Hydro Plump, my hyaluronic acid, after I exfoliated, plump it up. And over time, like I didn't even notice, maybe 30 days or so, everything started to get tight again. And that's really what I was looking for, right? It was starting to have these lines. And the same thing was happening in my hands. I was getting it in my hands and my wrists. I was getting all this extra saggy skin. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm drinking water. I'm exercising, but I wasn't adding the volume back. And so I needed the Hydro Plump hyaluronic acid and the Tighten Up to add the volume back. So, because the volume comes from the hyaluronic acid, the hydration of me drinking my water, staying out of conditions that was making my skin dry, making sure that I exfoliated, and then adding the skin, Tighten Up to the skin. I love the product because I was buying so many different things trying to keep my volume in my face. And yes, I use it on my face. I use it on my neck, which I'm going to cover. I use it on my arms. I use it on my abs. I use it on my décolleté. I use it on my glutes. I definitely use it on my legs because when I was this heavy, those of you that just chimed in, when I was this heavy, I had so much, my legs, look how big my legs were. I had to do something to make sure I didn't lose all the skin cells to the point where they were just completely just stretched out of place. So I exercised and I put on the same elements that are in Tighten Up, but I had to buy each one separately. It took almost 45 minutes sometimes to combine everything, put it together, put it on, and then walk around and wait for it all to soak in before I could put on clothes. So I'm walking around, I'm basically naked, and I'm waiting for everything to work. Well, this way, we have it all in one formula. Tightens the skin, gives you instant lifting effect, and then over time, you'll see a permanent effect start to happen. And natural ingredients, no GMO, cruelty-free, small batch manufacturer. I work with everyone myself. I did sometimes 5 and 10 shoots a week and my skin was wrecked. Now I can do the same 5 and 10 shoots. My skin is staying supple, it's staying soft. My volume is still there. My neck volume is good. And it's been 10 years and I'm still loving the effect. So I asked, so there's a coupon code. So go and grab the coupon, get your free workout books that are in the carousel so you know what exercises to do for your abs, your butt, and your legs. And then use the Tighten Up, use the Slim and Tone for detoxing, increasing health, losing fat, shrinking the size of the legs, shrinking your butt, shrinking your waist, right? You want to use it for that. You want to use the Hydro Plump for firming and adding volume. Then you want to use Tighten Up for tightening, sagging skin, decreasing wrinkle depth, erasing creepy skin, evening out the skin tone, repairing sun damage and any other damage to your skin. There's so much we can do for you. Just give it a try. We got a coupon for you to try. I really want you to start today becoming healthy, happy, and loving the body you're in because you started a process that is nurturing, healing, and gives you energy, because you will see your energy increase as you feel better about yourself. I'm Victoria Johnson, and welcome to Skin Tight Naturals. I'm saying welcome because I want you to come and try. Just give it a try. That's all you have to do. 20% off coupon. And then also, I want you to make it an awesome week. Thank you for stopping by.